AI is not taking editors' jobs, it's making their life easier. AI is a good thing, not a bad thing. AI makes editors faster and then reduces their time that they have to spend on really boring stuff. And no, that doesn't mean AI is replacing editors. So cool. Now we've got that out of the way. Welcome to the video, guys. My name's Jack Cole. I've spent a decade in the editing and content space, working with hundreds of clients, shooting, editing, and even building full content strategies for incredible clients all around the world. Some of extreme note and celebrity status, others that you would have never heard of. And they pay me not for the software that I use and not for the time I spend doing the editing, but for the outcome of the incredible videos we produce together. That's the ROI, return on investment, that they're getting as the client from working with me, the editor, and me, the creative. And with that in mind, I'm on a mission to integrate, use, and ultimately test every single one of these AI video editing tools that I can possibly get my hands on to add to my workflow, to amplify my creativity, and not to replace me. I'm still going to be here, but I'm going to be doing stuff a lot faster. And that's kind of my mission. Today, we're looking at AutoCut. I've been using this for about 4 months now. They are probably the leader in the AI-enabled Premiere Pro plugin / AI editing assistant. Honestly, a lot of these different AI editing assistants come as a standalone app. I really am not the biggest fan of that. The thing I'm the biggest fan of is plugin. If I'm in Premiere, I'm editing my video in Premiere, please just integrate your AI tool into Premiere. That's going to make my life easier. It's going to stop me jumping around different softwares all the time. And that's what I want to see. Oh, and AutoCut is available on both Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. So we're going to be using it in Premiere today, but it's also available in DaVinci. So I've had this unedited ad sitting on my hard drive for literally 2 months now. And because it wasn't a top priority for me, it's literally just sat there collecting dust. Today, I'm going to see if we can speedrun this edit using AutoCut and being AI enabled to edit this video in under an hour. I don't want to spend loads of time on it. I want to get it out today. I'll reveal the full video at the end. Let's get to it. So I've got a fresh timeline loaded up here with my raw footage. Now, I could sit here chopping away for the next 10-15 minutes. It's a very hot day today. If you check the weather, it's one of the hottest days ever. They're canceling school. Anyways, it's too hot to do that. So let me open up AutoCut instead. Now, I'm going to click on AutoCut Repeat. This is going to chop out all of my kind of mistakes, basically. At the end of the day, this is an ad. So I am repeating the lines of the script multiple times to just find the best take. It's pretty tedious listening to yourself say the same thing over and over and over 10 times in a row. I'm gonna let AI do it. So boom, AutoCut's given us our rough cut. It said it saved us 2 minutes. I actually think it probably saved me, I know how long this takes. It probably saved me maybe 10-15 minutes. So AutoCut, you need to work on your self-esteem issues, bro. You probably saved me more time than 2 minutes. Even though it has rough cut the video for me, I always go through and do the cleanup myself, because AI is amazing for getting most of the work done. I'd say 70-80% there, but it still takes a trained eye and a real video editor to come up and polish things with the pacing and making sure everything sounds proper and letting certain shots breathe, but other shots much tighter. So I do this quick round of cleanup on top of AutoCut, and then we're left with something really punchy. Next, because we said punch, the punch-ins, the zoom-ins, the zoom-outs, I don't want to do them again. It's so hot. Do you actually legit see the moisture on my face? Listen, I might get demonetized. It's getting steamy in here. We want this ad to have energy, and the best way we can simulate that is by adding zoom ins and zoom outs on key emotional moments when I exaggerate something. You're a video editor. This is literally day one stuff. I'm not giving you any secret sauce you didn't know about. The only difference is traditionally, I'd have to sit here doing the keyframes myself. You see the moisture? Even though I wiped it, it's so hot. So I'm gonna get AutoCut to do it all for me. Now, all I have to do is press auto zoom, and I'm selecting the entire timeline. I'm clicking the big red orange button, and it is done. It claims to have saved us 8 minutes here, which is probably pretty accurate if I was speed running it. So the way it does this is it auto adds adjustment layers with zoom ins and zoom out keyframes and pretty much scale punch ins on every single emotional moment in my video. And to be honest with you, I'm watching this back. It has done a great job of spotting the high intensity moments to punch in and punch out of. I actually wouldn't change any of these. They also have a bunch of different triggers. I get the best results from emotional punch ins and punch outs, but you can also set it to cut in on every single cut on the timeline. And you also have a bunch of control over the zoom styles. You can either do your standard jump cuts in and out, or even super smooth zoom in and zoom outs with keyframes. But again, I'm not reviewing the video yet. You have to stay until the end, then we're gonna watch it together. So let me finish it first, because we've done the boring stuff. Now let's get to the fun stuff. Okay, so the entire base is set here right now. Now we're gonna move to visuals. First up is B-roll. Big perk of AutoCut is their partnership with Storyblocks. So for any stock B-roll scenes, instead of me jumping back and forth between apps and downloading clips and uploading clips, I'm literally just gonna auto add Storyblocks B-roll without ever leaving Premiere. I click auto B-rolls, turn off AI images. It can work for some stuff. For me, I don't get great results with AI images. It's nothing, against AutoCut. I just don't use AI images in any of my videos from any software. The reason is because it's just too static. Certain videos can work. Also, you can take a static static image and you can add keyframes to it. You can turn it into something better. For me, I want movement, especially for an ad. We need to keep people's attention. I'm going with the Storyblocks B-roll. So the way AutoCut does this is the AI just reads your transcript and then boom, it finds key lines in the script and adds contextual B-roll for it. Now, it's rare that it picks every scene perfectly, so just a fair warning, because for me, I've had to adjust a couple of these scenes. I'm finding better shots, but also it'll suggest you other B-roll clips that are kind of in the same breath as the original one it gave you. So you can see here, I change up a couple of these just to find something that matches the vibe a little bit more. And boom, we've got all our B-roll shots added to the timeline now. So I'm scrubbing through. It's done a very good job of adding contextual shots to what I'm saying, but I'm still not playing any of this for you. Give me a second. I'm going to do the most important part next, and then you're going to get to watch it. We're close now. One more step. So finally, the polish. Now, this is the part where, remember at the start of the video, I said AI isn't replacing video editors. This is the part that proves that for me, because notice how everything we've done so far is very automatable. We're doing rough cuts. It's automatable. We're doing zoom in, zoom outs, keyframes, very automatable. We're doing B-roll placements, which when you combine it with the transcript is automatable. The next part involves taste. The next part involves creative intuition. The next part involves experience. This is the part that AI would definitely struggle to do. And by the way, this is why when anybody comes to me and say, AI is going to replace editors, I say, yeah, good luck, mate. 30 frames a second, 60 frames a second, creating an entire video with actual taste. This isn't a thumbnail, mate. No offense to the thumbnail designers, but definitely you can see how that was easier for AI to replace. Oh, by the way, AI still kind of sucks at thumbnails. But because it's just one single frame, it's easier to replace. This part right here that we're going to do shows that AI is very far away from replacing video editors, if ever. This is, of course, the clean up and the polish round. You do this at the end of every single project. It is literally what you are specifically qualified to do. Even if you look at AI ads, right? Like literally AI ads, which are a huge niche right now, every single shot is literally just a render of a AI video. But the clients still need editors to piece all that together. They still need editors to add music and create the storyline and ultimately like make something emotionally charged out of that content, or else it's just a bunch of random clips. And I'm doing the exact same thing here, even though I've used AutoCut, because piecing this together to make it actually feel complete is like the taste aspect to editing. And you can see what I'm doing here. I'm not doing anything crazy, but this is my experience for so many years creating content. This is the part that I love. So I'm going through the entire timeline. I'm doing a big polish wave, as I call it, right? And I actually bring this video to life. You can see I'm doing color grading on the B-roll to actually match the style and aesthetic for my video, because the B-roll clips are literally just stock clips, which means they're going to look totally out of place in terms of like me and my scene if I don't go through and color grade. A little bit of film grain over the top just to give it a bit more texture and again, make them less stocky. I'm also doing sound design to bring all my effects to life, especially the transitions that I'm adding here. Those, a lot of them don't have sound effects. By the way, the most important way to actually make a video feel alive, the client won't even necessarily notice something happened. Please, mate, do some sound design to your transitions. Do some sound design in your video. And no, that doesn't mean the sound effect should be at, 25 decibels. It should be just soft and gentle in the background. The perfect sound design is subtle enough that people don't even notice. They just feel like the effect was better. It amplifies whatever you're doing visually. It's why we call it sound design and not just adding sound effects. And to amplify the auto zooms, I'm doing some final keyframe animations just to add even more energy and movement to the video. I'm obviously doing my music on top, and boom, we're done. We ended up with a banger. Let's watch it.
Your video editor just ghosted you again.
That's the stock.
And your client needs the video by Friday. You sent the editor the footage on Monday. It's now Thursday. Where the hell is he? So now you're staying up past midnight, editing the video yourself because you have to get it to the client tomorrow. And if you don't, you're the one who gets blamed. And then the client might churn. So it's a $3K retainer walking out the door. You didn't start an agency
try to tie
have
those
to
stock
babysit
clips
video
in.
editors all day. But also, you kind of can't grow without them. Finding one takes weeks, testing them takes another week, and half the time they usually flake after a month. Your agency probably doesn't have a sales problem. It has an editor problem. That's why I built VP Plus. Every single video editor paid their own money to be on the platform. That's right. The video editors pay to get access to the video, but it's free for clients. Flaky editors don't invest in a platform like this, so it filters out all the bad ones. Click the sign up button. You can book a free onboarding call with me. I'll walk you through posting your first job and hiring your first editor. And finally, you can get some good talent and actually scale the agency.
Bang! Easy peasy. So a fun video, a basic ad. I did that in about 55 minutes. I pieced the entire video together. It was no sweat off my back other than the literal sweat that's dripping from my face because it's the hottest day in England today, bro. It's boiling today. It's actually brutal. Comment down below if it's hot for you as well, even though I'm probably posting this like a week later. But you remember last week? It was super hot? Yeah, it was that day. AutoCut helped my process a lot here, but it was a really interesting aspect here to see just how much time that can be saved from, to be honest with you, boring, monotonous parts of editing. Like I think one of the major kind of, bull case positive things for AI video editing is that you are not replacing the editor, but you're removing the editor from stuff that I'd argue they weren't super passionate about anyway. Like, the bit that I love about video editing is piecing the video together and really making it come alive. That was the polish wave that we did at the end. Like, that's my favorite part. If I can save basically 75-80% of that time that would have gone into all of the boring, monotonous, like, foundation level steps that come up front, like the rough cuts, like the B-roll placements, and even the B-roll curation and like finding all the clips, and then on top of that, the punch-ins, punch-outs, the zooms. If I can automate all that stuff, you know, sign me up. And most editors are already doing this, by the way, whether it's through presets, whether it's through AI plugins like AutoCut. That isn't the creative work. That is a step that goes into the final product, which obviously you're passionate about creating. It is not the end-all be-all. I'm looking to integrate every single one of these tools as I possibly can to speed me up, and most importantly, reclaim more of this time to put into the part that I actually enjoy. Piece of the video together, telling amazing stories, and ultimately using my skills and my talent that I've been able to cultivate over the past decade to be able to create really amazing stuff. And that's what we did today with AutoCut. You could find the link down below to AutoCut if you want to check it out. And AutoCut does a 14-day free trial with no credit card required, so you can quite literally test this plugin out for free with zero card and see if it actually works for your next video. Big shout out to them for sponsoring today's video and letting me go through this experiment of seeing how much time I could save. Links in the description, check it out. And if you want to watch my last AutoCut video, I made one about 4 months ago. This is when I found the tool and I started using it then. Since then, I've used this in more projects than I can possibly remember. So if you enjoyed this video, you'll really enjoy this one too. And I'll see you there. 3, 2, 1. It'll start playing. Actually, I think you have to click it. 3, 2, 1. See you there. Bye.